So, I'm a clown, I'm a fool, I'm a pillock, a prick, because I rushed my most lovely birthday meal at the stream on Tuesday. Jill recommended that I go for an Indian for my birthday. I did. Chicken biryani. Oh, so good. And just as a side adage, if you want to expand your palate but you're not unsure what you want, I'd recommend a Kadhai curry, Kadhai curry. Oh, super delectable, delicious, divine. It's excellent. But the reason I'm a fool is rush home. I had to rush pudding dessert down me to get home. I get myself a well-earned Guinness and I sit down. Arsenal corner, Arsenal goal. Fuck. Yeah, kind of felt like the whole bum 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 in those Hanna-Barbera cartoons. Scooby-Doo, the Hare Bear Bunch thing. Trying to think. Anyway, sorry, I really try to get my mind off that first half. You know me and my, I don't say love, make me sound like a bully, but got to dig out Paqueta for the first 2 goals. He gets lured out on the first goal, played right into the trap, just like how Uncle Bruno gets lured into advice, shall we say, on the supercharged Paqueta to get a yellow card bet on Bet365. These are not apparently just for legal defence. And then for the second one, I think Kilman had it covered when Saka was charging in to the box. I don't feel as though Paqueta, because I don't know whether or not the heavy touch from Saka was because he was fouled or just because he'd taken one too many step overs, but I feel Kilman sort of had it covered. But this is where I'll talk about the two positives about the goals. Our goals was Somerville's goal. I know it was disallowed, but an excellent finish, I have to say. And then, well, they scored 1 less goal than they did last time they came to us, and we scored 2 more. So probably by the end of the lease at the Olympic Stadium, we might be able to not embarrass ourselves when we play Arsenal. But we somewhat doubtful. But the third goal, Christ, fuck me. I think me from a week ago could have told you that was going to be a goal as it was happening, because again, my iPad, I watch on my iPad, feels like watching a game of Warhammer 40k from 2 stories up, general anesthetic, yada yada yada. But as soon as that attack started, I go, oh, this is a goal. Now, I know they probably could have sneezed at the ball, and it probably would have been a goal for how poor, like, mannequin-esque our defence was. But, yeah. I wonder what goes through a player's head. Do they know? Like, once a move starts, they're like, oh, this is going in. What do I do? Curious thought. The fourth goal, yeah, just no. Yeah, just don't. I'm not a fan of that Kai Havertz. Looks is, yeah, not a fan of him. Actually, no, that's we won't touch on that. That would come across as a bitter loser. But then Wan-Bissaka scores, and I ironically celebrated. See, when he started doing the whole, like, come on, we can get back into it. Didn't believe him. I thought there's no way in. Bollocks. We're getting back into this. And then we got back into it. And for that brief period, I was never, ever optimistic or hopeful that we were going to win this game. I said it on Monday, we ain't winning this. But I thought we could be able to continue the performance. We'd lose, but there'd be building blocks, and that brief period was the continuation. We looked pretty good. We had rattled them. And then they get a fifth, and it's like, oh. Now, if I'd paid 2 Glaswegian junkies to fight to the death, gladiatorial style, and one of them gets punched the way Fabianski punched Gabriel, and the one who was punched lies on the floor, like, for however many minutes, I'd be wanting my money back. But it's not. Not that I'm comparing Fabianski or Gabriel to Glaswegian junkies. There's it's actually not a very nice comparison for them. But Fabianski was unlucky with the first penalty. Felt as though he could have done better with that second one. And the second half was a bit stagnant, but there's one thing that kind of annoyed me. It was Saliba. It was his tackle on Bowen. And this is what I don't want to say I liked, but for their second penalty, they made Bobby Madley make a decision. They surrounded him. He took a few seconds to make that call for the penalty, and they were like yelling at him. When Saliba fouled Bolton, none of our players went up to the referee and went, "Well, that's the second time. Why is he not in the cut?" I know it's a little thing, but it's just, I wish we'd kind of put our, which was showed some spine. It was a very stagnant second half, and taking Somerville off to put on Alvarez, who, this might come across that I'm sick of him on the pitch now. I kind of want him sold. But if I were to summarise, I'd say the game, Arsenal's first 4 goals were like a murder. West Ham had been murdered. Then our 2 goals were like putting the defibrillator back on. The 2 goals were the 2 jolts of life. Will they make it? Will they? And then the 5th goal was the final breath. And then the second half was the stenching, rotting stagnation of a corpse. Rudderless, directionless. Just, again, and not to end on a sad note, but seeing Declan Rice play against us makes me nostalgic of better days. The only days where we could all say we enjoyed the football at the London Stadium. Feels as though progress has reverted from Monday, but if Monday was a step forward, then tonight kind of feels like we've jumped sideways off a bridge.